Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast. My name is Amir. Before I get into today's episode, I want to thank everybody for following the podcast on Apple and Spotify, and also for those watching on YouTube. Thank you so much for the support. If you guys could subscribe to the channel, that would mean a lot to me. So, in today's episode, I want to talk about a report that came out saying that a Miami Heat executive says the roster is going to change this summer. It's just inevitable. So, the Miami Heat's vice president of basketball operations and assistant general manager, Adam Simon, believes that the roster will change in this coming off season. So, the Miami Heat this season actually has both of their draft picks, which is pretty rare for the Miami Heat. And they have the 15th overall pick in the first round, and they also have the 43rd selection in the second round of the draft that Simons believes the team will use to take the best players available. So he was quoted recently saying, I'm not drafting for the team we have. I'm going to recommend the players 1 through 15, 1 through 58, based on who I think the best players are. Our roster changes. Our roster could change this summer. Our roster will change. It's just inevitable. Free agents, whether some players are with us in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 15 years. So the last thing I want to do is we pass on a player who was better because we took a player based on need. So, like he mentioned, naturally the Miami Heat's roster is going to change naturally based on just the draft. We're going to get two new players from the draft. So we're going to have two new rookies, which is great. And then, of course, we have free agency, even though we have no salary cap, no flexibility whatsoever. Basically, we're a first apron team, and this team is not going to pay the penalty to be a second apron team where you can't aggregate contracts in a trade, where you can't use your mid level exception, and other penalties as well. But again, players like Caleb Martin, we can expect to be gone at this point. There's reports saying that he's looking to get 12 to 13 million per year. I think he was making 6 or 7 these past 2 seasons, so he's going to opt out to make more money, which makes sense. Haywood Highsmith is an unrestricted free agent, and he's looking to make anywhere from 8 to 10, according to Anthony Chang. So we're not going to be able to afford him either right now, because signing either of them would essentially, for that range of money, would put us into the second apron, which is just unacceptable. So Caleb Martin has a player option. Most likely he's going to leave. Kevin Love has a player option. Hope he picks that back up. It's around $4 million or so. Jay Rich also has a player option. I think that's around 2.5 or $3 million. Thomas Bryant in that similar range also has a player option. Not entirely sure what he's going to do. I think Jay Rich will pick up that option. His season ended prematurely with that shoulder injury. He had to have surgery, so it was unfortunate that we had him out as well for the playoffs. But Thomas Bryant in and out of the rotation, a lot of DMPs, was forced to play, obviously, because the Miami Heat were severely injured. And he had an opportunity when Kevin Love was out, had some time. He's still 26, 27 years old, so relatively young. So not sure if he wants to sit and essentially rot on the Miami Heat's bench. But anyway, um, the best that Miami can honestly do this offseason is, again, draft really well, which they've had a good record of drafting good players outside of Precious Achua, essentially, and missing out on Maxi, of course. Um, but yeah, we have two pieces that we can add in the draft, and then of course trades. So we're not going to really have any money to sign anybody through free agency. If Kevin Love, Caleb, Haywood leave, we're going to have to replace them with free agents who are willing to come in for the veterans minimum of like $2 million. So naturally, again, we're going to replace those players. But if we want to get a big fish, of course, there's rumors that are brewing that Donovan Mitchell could ask out of Cleveland. Brandon Ingram could be on the trading block. Trey Young could be on the trading block now. We'll see. So the only way we can get those types of players are through trades anyway. So who knows what direction this Heat team is going to go? We don't know exactly if we're going to go for that whale, or if we're going to do minor adjustments, or if we're going to trade Tyler Hero or a Terry Rozier or someone of that nature to keep our core, with Jimmy Bam, and whoever that third person may be, whether it's Tyler or Terry, and then using either Tyler or Terry plus Duncan plus whoever else plus one of Jovic or um, Jaime to get a all-star caliber type player on the team. So anyway, that's all I have for this report and this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a good one.